The Sarawak Housing and Real Estate Developers Association, SHEDA, strives for synergy and added value by networking with the government and its agencies to stay in tandem with overall socio-economic planning and development and offer industry players feedback and ideas for enhancing values, with industry players and related professional bodies to unify and integrate them, with institutions, industry players, and professional bodies across the world to facilitate exchange and cross-fertilization, as well as with house owners and buyers to enable the industry to meet and exceed changing needs and expectations. 2008 is our anniversary year, and we recall with nostalgia events, people and challenges of the past 15 years. SHEDA was launched on 11 December 1993 as the Sarawak Housing Developers Association, or SHDA. In the formative years, it was a great challenge for us to find acceptance among housing developers. However, the dedication and dynamism of our first chairman, the late Datuk Mustafa Besar, eventually convinced them that we could represent them effectively and beneficially. The late Datuk's excellent rapport with government agencies also made it easier for the authorities to accept us as the voice of the industry's players. He continued leading the association with great passion until 2002, when he had to retire for health reasons. Barely 2 years after its formation, there was a suggestion to merge the association with those of Sabah and Semenanjung, Malaysia, to form a single National Housing Developers Association. After due consideration and discussion, the three associations decided to remain status quo to maintain better focus. The chairmanship was succeeded by Mr. Alex Ting, the second chairman of SHDA from year 2002 to 2004. In 2006, we changed our name from Sarawak Housing Developers Association, SHDA, to Sarawak Housing and Real Estate Developers Association, SHEDA, to reflect and emphasize our larger scope of responsibility. In April 2007, the SHEDA Code of Practice was launched. The code was unanimous wish of all members to observe and sustain high professional standards of industry conduct and practice and to be accountable for breach of such standards. Starbucks is another picture that comes to mind when one thinks of SHEDA. It is a one-stop exhibition of current housing and property development projects in Sarawak. It is also supplemented by exhibitions of state-of-the-art products and services of complementary industries such as financial, building materials, interior decoration, equipment and furniture, and more. It is a premier event, drawing huge crowds comprising house buyers, investors, property agents, and other professionals. The housing industry faces many challenges. Fortunately, both the government and SHEDA are alert and quick to respond. In early 2008, acute shortage of building materials in Malaysia threatened delay in completion of housing projects. On 22nd February 2008, the government was quick to lift restrictions on import of cement and steel from Asian countries to mitigate the shortage. If the threatened delay were allowed to occur, it would have hurt house buyers more than the developers. However, in Sarawak, we are in relatively better position to ward off the shortage, thanks to the excellent performance of CMS, whose local presence also afforded us the advantage of lower transportation and shipping costs. Approval of building plans used to take a long time, causing delays to housing projects and increasing holding costs unnecessarily. Several meetings among government agencies and housing developers resulted in a much timber and faster process. Guidelines were also formulated for developers to avoid time-consuming mistakes in submitting applications. Our leaders are always well-informed and supportive of the challenges and issues besieging the housing industry. They are constantly working on finding solutions to basic challenges and issues, such as rising cost and affordability of houses. In this connection, we salute Yang Amat Berhormat Perhin Sri Haji Abdul Taib Mahmud, Ketua Menteri Sarawak, for his untiring concern and campaign for housing and real estate development. We are also thankful to YB Dato' Amar Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari Tun Openg, Menteri Perumahan, for his unstinted support and efforts to help the industry find timely solutions to problems and issues. Lastly, we would mention the dedication and unceasing hard work of our President, Mr. William Wei. Some of our members are more passionate about housing development than others. They take it as more than a business. They pioneer new trends, design, construction, and more. They build homes instead of houses. They care about those who buy their homes. They are proud of the houses they build. They are award-winning members. Mr. Kwek Hock Kui of Hock Kui Development Sdn Bhd, Dato' Toh Chiu Peng of Hock Peng Realty Sdn Bhd, Dato' Sri Wan Abu Bakar of WAB Holdings Sdn Bhd has been nominated for the award in 2008. Today, SHEDA is supported by a total of 235 members. They include almost all housing and property developers and contractors in the state. Our membership is also enriched by advocates, financial institutions, interior decorators, and building material suppliers. "2008 has seen the world shaken to the core by an unprecedented global financial meltdown. We see great uncertainties and challenges ahead. However, we also see great opportunities arising from the strong determination of the government and the people to integrate home ownership into socio-economic development. We will need to work much more closely with the government and its agencies. We will need to be innovative and entrepreneurial as never before. We will need to anticipate and meet higher levels of expectations of a new breed of homeowners. Lifestyle, design, comfort, quality, and trendy will be some of the requirements we have to deliver. For strength to journey on, we must remember the words of young Ahmad Berhormat, the Chief Minister of Sarawak, which we started with.